Welcome back to the Rent a Girlfriend set review. We're doing blue, and now I, Paru, am here along for the ride with the rest of the boys.
What's up? We're all
What's up,
still
rest of the
here.
boys?
Boys are
Oh,
here.
we're doing good. The boys are doing good.
Awesome. All right. I've arbitrarily decided I'm going first. This card's a clean cut, and it's 3K. Always.
Nice.
Nice. This card's
Give another
pretty
character.
good.
That is nice.
I'm going to give it an A. I think this is a really good clean cut. Sometimes it's an oversized.
It's better than the Uno one because you don't need to have 5 or more hand, which prevents you from tri-fielding.
Yeah.
Wait,
the Uno one really does that?
Yeah, the Uno one you have to have 5 or more hand to be a 35, so you can't tri-field going second. It's actually really cringe.
Imagine fielding another Rent-A-Girlfriend character with your clean cut. Why would you ever?
This card is pretty good. In the Sumi deck, I unfortunately don't think you play it, even though the stock charge would be nice from the 3 attacks. But the effect's good.
Max, right, to make up for that kind of. So
Andy, I'll intercept you before you ask the question. I knew it was there. It was in your throat.
What was I gonna ask?
You say why wouldn't you play it? Because you get the 3 attacks for the extra stock. But that was my guess. Was I right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Okay.
You're like, well, you don't play the card in this deck, and I was gonna be like,
because
why don't you play the card?
The card that you would clean cut the most, your only good clean cut target at level 0 is the Brainstorm that you have to clock for your level 1 combo. So it has too much anti-synergy. You're clean cutting useless cards.
Okay, well, here's the thing about clean cutting. It doesn't have to be a good card you're clean cutting. A plus is a plus. You just plus for free.
I would normally agree, but there's a better card that has better synergy with our Sumi stuff that's also in blue. There's like a really obvious reason for it.
That card's pretty good.
I'm gonna save it until then. But like, if you're playing any other deck with any other package, you play this clean cut. The good clean cut. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go back. We'll go back to the top. Give it to Andy. Not a Brainstorm.
This isn't a Brainstorm. I don't want it.
Andy, tell us about this card.
Oh no! Let Andy do the next. Let Andy do the next one.
This one does have a foot on it. I'll tell you about it. If you have 2 or more other characters, this gets 1,000 power.
You people are insatiable. That foot is in a shoe, and you're just like, that's still a foot.
When this attacks, if Eek, don't step on me, is in your climax zone,
that's what that was.
and you have, that's not called that. I was just joking. Anyway, when you attack, you can discard a card from your hand. If you do look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose 2 rental girlfriends among them, put them in your hand. It's like the mash from Fate Grand Order.
I don't like these combos because sometimes you Magro for 1. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's 55 cross, which is nice.
This card can actually whiff more easily than a regular Magro.
The thing that would draw you to this, even though there's all the drawbacks from Mashu, is that Rental Girlfriend has such a bad problem with mill and hitting its first deck refresh timing that a lot of people, if they're not playing the Sumi stuff, just play this to get through their first deck.
Now, I could be remembering incorrectly, but isn't there an event that summons 2 of this card from your deck?
Yes, there is.
It also deals like 57 damage or something.
76, I think.
76?
I think it's 79.
A lot of damage. It's some,
an arbitrary amount of damage that your opponent cancels.
Mill your opponent X cards.
Yeah, mill your opponent to their next climax.
Anyways, I think that would be the reason to play this. If you want to, like, it just makes your having multiple level 1 combo pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it the playable because I usually hate Mashu combos.
It's better than regular Mash.
But the deck speed, and the 5500 power cross are both good for the deck.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not playing the Sumi stuff, which again I cannot stress enough, I do not know why you would not play all the Sumi cards after looking at them so far.
Your wife,
yeah, maybe you love Ruka.
She's so cute.
Andy, what do you think about Mash? You played more Mash than almost anybody.
What do you mean? I played like 1 tournament with it. I really didn't like it.
Yeah, that's more Mash than any sane person.
Glowing
I don't know. Like, if you want to mill 4, I mean, I think what you're saying is true, guys. Where like if you're that hard up for deck speed, maybe you run this just because it's the only thing that mills a massive amount of cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just looking for a little bit of mill, then like I think I'd rather just play the Sumi combo because that's going through 4 cards as well.
Yeah, those cards, and I mean, this one's like way worse than the Sumi on second deck.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Next, Brian, you get the brainstorm.
I should have waited for Andy. Effect activates up to once per turn. When you accelerate, you may draw a card and then discard a card from your hand. And it is also a rest 1 search brainstorm.
Playing Ruka, you play this one because all of the cards have accelerate.
Now, how good is the accelerate stuff though? Because that's a pretty good accelerate.
Not very, from what I remember.
Yeah,
There's like
I
one
don't.
good accelerate card, but you're not doing it after 0.
Yeah, I don't remember there being any that come to mind. So meh.
There's a cool counter, I think, right?
Yeah, there is a cool
That's like the only-
counter.
It's like the only.
It's brainstorm. It's fine.
Yeah, you only
it's a
play it for
plus in
Ruka.
brainstorm.
Only for Ruka. All right, another Ruka. There's going to be a lot of Ruka. In fact, there's going to be only Ruka in this color.
Wow.
That's fine. I think
Um,
she's the cutest.
And she has a cute bow.
She does.
You have 2 or more other Rent-A-Girlfriend characters as a 55 all the time, so vanilla stats. And on attack, if it's facing a level 2, gain 6k. So it's a level 2 killer for Ruka. If you're in the Ruka
It's a
combo at
vanilla
1,
that's better than vanilla.
yeah, it's a vanilla that you can kill 2/2s with or challenge 2/2s with. If you're playing the Ruka level 1 combo, I don't think you have an excuse for not including a copy of this card with the way the meta is.
Mhm.
Important tech cards for 1k1 decks to have these days, especially in English.
We
Yeah.
hate
I think
standby.
it's good.
The official stance of Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz.
I
Standby
love,
haters.
Full plus.
I love standby. Give me the power button. All right, Paru.
This is the early play, right? Yeah. The 2 or less climaxes, it is an early play. When you play it, you may draw 1. Well, you actually are forced to draw 1, discard 1, and then bounce up to 1 of your opponent's characters. And then she has accelerate at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase to give one of your opponent's characters -2 soul.
But you
I
have to
think
pay 1 and
the-
clock yourself for -2 soul.
I think the glaring issue with this card is that it's fucking small.
Yeah, it doesn't get
Yes.
any
Before
power.
I even worry about it, it's not a healer, but sometimes bounce at level 2 is pretty cute, and the minus soul can be good, I suppose. But this card is never living in turn cycle.
Yeah, it just sits small. It doesn't heal. It doesn't cantrip. It just negs soul and bounces, which is
It is an early
What-
play that bounces. That's
What
cool.
deck played that third effect? I swear to God, there was a relevant deck to play.
yeah.
BB.
The Ellie had it,
Oh,
the-
BB.
but the-
BB
but
played
the-
it.
Yeah.
That deck was good though.
but the Ellie sat at like 14k on the turn it was played cross turn.
Oh, it had
Yeah.
president effect.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this card is
was
woefully
actually
worse
good.
than this. Well, whatever. You take 3. If you triple field this, you bounce all your opponent's characters, so the power doesn't matter, and then you clock yourself 3 times.
And then they all
So that
do
you
nothing on the next turn.
you clock yourself 3 times so that your opponent can swing 1/1/1 and do the same amount of damage as if you did not do the effect. Or no.
Cool.
It would be less because it would be -2. So I guess that you would take less damage theoretically.
And then you have no hand on your next turn. It's awesome.
I don't
Mhm.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
C-
no, I wouldn't even. I
C minus
it gets a
is
C
bounce.
because it has on play bounce.
Yeah, because bounce is cool. Yeah. Hmm.
See, I think the fact that it's an early play bouncer is like pretty unique. I feel like that's not something you see a whole lot.
It's not.
We
Like if
Steins
you're
it
playing
now,
into like
boys.
an opponent's standby deck or something, being able to like mess up their can help you crack their field.
I feel like this effect would be better on. Well, I mean, 4 or more early plays are all like almost always just gonna be better than 2 or less. But like 4 or more means that it's like on demand, so that when you need to bounce something, you can. But like it's totally possible that like, oh man, I need to bounce something, but I have 13 cards left in my deck and I'm playing Rental Girlfriend, so I guess I'm
Really-
fucked.
I feel like you probably want to be playing the standby stuff from what I've seen up to this point.
Well, yeah, you would never
Mhm.
play this card because you're playing the standby stuff, and the Sumi that you guys probably already looked at is just way better as an out to level 3s than this is.
Well, no, what I was saying though is like I don't like 4 or more early plays. in standby decks, because then you have to fill up your field.
I mean,
Where this like fits into that strategy a
kind of
bit better.
disagree. I mean, I've played a lot of 8 standby slime, and that only plays a 4 or more early play, and it feels fine in that.
You have a bounce back though in that deck. Which
Does this deck not have a bounce back?
I don't
Or
think
is
so.
it not worth playing if it does?
If it does,
Okay.
no one has ever played it. So
Okay.
all right, whatever. Next,
Whatever, it's a bouncer.
Yep.
back to Andy.
Okay, we got Birthday Ruka. This ability activates up to 1 time per turn. At the end of this attack, if you have Pounding Heartbeat in your climax zone, 2 or more characters, you can pay 2. If you do, choose one of the following 2 effects and do it. So you either get to stand this, or choose up to 3 characters from your waiting room, return them to your hand, and then free fresh yourself.
This card's
Mhm.
cool. I think there's a changer to it too.
There is. That's
There
the next
is,
card.
I believe, yeah. Mhm.
Let's just look at the
This-
next card.
It seems
Right.
solid.
Yeah, it's a package. You're not playing one without the
What
other.
is it? The other one. I'll just
It's just
run
a
through
healer
it real
and then
quick.
it
So
summons the level.
Yeah, it heals
Yeah.
on play and it changes.
heals and
the,
summons. So it's like the inverse of the Chizuru that looked at 3 and then changed. This heals and then changes. And then this other card does nothing.
Nice.
So you have
Okay.
to play the other one in order for it to be any value at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid combo, though. I like that.
It's not bad.
Like the
Offensive or
refresh and
defensive?
fan yourself 3 out of your next deck. That's solid.
Yeah,
You-
pay 2 restand or free fresh is not a
H2
horrible
restand is
effect.
super cheap, but
Mhm.
Fuck, you don't even need
Yeah,
a reverse
pay 2
with
res-
this.
Pay 2 restand is incredibly cheap, actually. One of the cheapest restanders.
well,
like,
yeah.
'cause it doesn't have an on-play.
Combos without on plays.
Yeah, so it's cheaper because of that. But you have the changer, which alleviates it. You just have to
Yeah.
have this card in grave, and I believe it comes from grave. Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Bro, forget Chizuru. It's all about Ruka. This Ruka combo seems way better than the Chizuru.
What if I
one.
want to rate a card as good, but I'd never play it because there's better?
C plus.
It's like a season, yeah.
You'd only
Yeah.
play this in Ruka, I think.
And, like,
Well,
a
you
waifu
do
deck.
you do have enough blue to like fix for it if you wanted to be ultra cute and like play this alongside the other shit and play like the Ruka plussing 0, which we're getting to. I'm holding off on it because it's lit. And I don't want to
Stand by
spoil.
pants.
Yeah, you can play Standby Pants. And you could play this, but you'd lose a ton of slots because you'd want to play
Yeah.
this card too.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
You could get away with like a 2/2 package, maybe. It'd be like super
Mhm.
lean. Like I don't know. I'm gonna give them both the
Do you
same
not?
grade.
You guys not like this better than the Chizuru?
I don't like it
Pretty
better
sure?
than I don't like it better than the mommy.
Problem isn't that it's not better. It's just that like isn't the choice like part of the draw
Yeah.
for the deck?
Well, we were talking about the Chizuru, which is the
Oh.
burn. There's the generalized burner. I think that card you can play
Oh.
alone and not
I
dedicate
was thinking of
slots.
Tommy.
This eats slots.
Well, I mean,
Which
Chizuru
is a
eats
problem.
slots too, right? Don't you usually play the event along with it?
No, that event sucks.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I really like that. I really like the flexibility of this card. That's a pretty dope climax combo. I gave the other one a B. I think this is like a B plus, like almost an A for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, yeah.
I think the slots. It's like a deck building thing.
I mean, yeah, I don't like the fact that it's tethered to the other half of the card. That's the thing holding me back from just like giving it an A. It's because like I
Because
don't
this
like
card
the-
just has no effect if you play
Yeah.
it alone.
That's how they get the
And,
that's how
like,
they get
I
the
don't
combo to
like
be so
your-
cheap.
having to like play the other one to
Yeah.
get a heal, but whatever. Seems like it's
Alright.
probably worth it.
Just rate the next one real quick, and then Brian will read that. You know, you can't rate it alone.
I've lost to this card before. It must be good.
Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot.
All right, you're
Man,
kind
this
of
fucking sucks.
completing it.
Alright, I'm reading this 500 power.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a level 0 bottom deck bomb, and pay 1, put this card into your waiting room, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose a rag trait character, reveal it, put it into your hand, and put the rest into the waiting room.
The first time you're hearing that part, doesn't that make you cringe inside?
I do hate it.
Yeah.
gotta say.
But now it's
It
stuck.
does make my skin crawl.
So this was like the go-to deck speed patch at the beginning, but that people were playing as like a 1-2 of because the deck speed was so bad. And you still can, but it was determined that you have other ways to like cheese it. You would rather crash the Rize, I think, late game than play this and spend the stock, because the one stock is a heal if you're playing Sumi. Is like the thought process. But you can still play it. I mean, it's still bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
Still fine.
if you're
500 power bomb and it's not dead.
Good clean cut target for your Ruka clean cut if you're playing a different deck.
Oh yeah.
if you're as hard up for stock in this set as we've been led to believe, though, this effect might be just strictly worse than the Rize in most cases.
It's fine. Like, it's just a fine deck speed like patch up card.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fine.
I'm getting back to it here. Yeah, I forgot about the Rize, but this is like a good clean cut target too, like with the bomb and then pulls to the back row. But I guess you could just do that with the Rize also. So.
All right.
Oh well.
Level 0 Ruka, 2,500. On play, you can pay 1, ditch a card, and search your library for specifically this 1/1 event, and then it gains 2k. So 4/5 after you do that. The 1/1 event is the one that summons 2 of your level 1 combo.
Weird that this card costs stock.
I think if you want extra copies of your level 1 combo, just play a couple copies of the event and say I'm playing 6 to 8 of my level 1 combo.
Yeah.
And you don't play a single copy of this card.
I would agree.
You know, you could just, instead of playing this card, you could just like play a Ricky and get level 1 combo.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the problem. All right. Next. Or
Oh, this is the cool counter. So it's a 1,000 power backup, but when you use it, you can accelerate a character to the bottom of a trait character to the bottom of your clock, and then look it up to 4, add a character from among them, and then your counter becomes a 2k counter.
and if you're playing the Ruka Brainstorm, you then get to draw a ditch.
Yeah, it's like a
Wow.
costless Leafa counter that also checks 4. This card's like a mill 5.
Also, like, pluses you too. So
It
that's
does.
Mhm.
It does. It's like the Milky counter, but you don't.
People
Have to-
also played this as a deck speed patch.
That's-
Yikes.
I think
Yeah.
I like this I honestly like this better as a deck speed patch.
Yeah, I weirdly, as cringe as it might be, I think I like it better there too. I did try it. I never actually got a chance to play it because I was like, I'd rather just play free fresh counter than play this card, so I went to 2 free fresh. But I mean, card's fine.
Yeah, it seems maybe okay.
This profile hasn't like seen play yet, but it's really cool.
One day.
One day,
Does Nijigasaki play it a little bit?
I don't know.
They
Probably
have
not.
it.
Does Niji have this profile? I've never
Yeah,
seen
they
it.
do.
That's in a level 1 counter.
Yeah, they do have it. I remember that. I think Zach had it at one point in his deck.
Mm.
Then he cut it. I think he cut 1/0 counters and no, he's playing the blue general one, I think. All right, next. Back to Andy.
Cool. This 1/0 Ruka. When this attacks, if you have 4 or more other characters, you can discard a character. If you do, this gets 3,500 power, and on reverse, draw a card. What?
This card, I don't like that effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we sure that's translated right? Because
Yeah, it is.
See, I like these when you can discard anything, because you could like discard a climax to like have
Right.
a climax filter, but
This
being
is
able to
almost
discard a
strictly
character
worse
doesn't really.
than one of those like startup, discard a character, gain 1,000 power, and on reverse draw.
But it's usually
Yeah,
a
something like that.
climax. Usually a
Yeah.
filter of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
This is just and it changes.
But it has changed. What is the second half of this?
It's the next card here.
It's just a 107k during your opponent's turn, and then it changes back into the other one at the start of your turn.
And if you play it from hand to
Or
stage, if you have
turns,
no
sorry.
other characters, it kills itself.
That's awesome. That's never gonna come up.
And it has act change, so this one's supposed to live at 7k,
Yeah. Mm.
and it changes back. This is like weirdly better than the other change packages we've
It is
seen.
better than the Cheeser change package for sure.
Only
yeah.
because of the power lines. Only because of the power lines that it hits.
Yeah, but for a change package to be worth it, both halves of it have to be good if you're going to be flip-flopping them back and forth.
It's pretty cringe that this card doesn't just gain power and on reverse draw ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna have to like discard something you don't want to discard just to like win a.
Also not an
Yeah.
act, it's an auto ability.
Yeah, it's on attack.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that.
Don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I think the other card's actually better.
The other
Get a
card
D+.
is better, but the other half is bad too, so
Yeah.
it makes the whole package bad.
Alright, Brian.
All right, we've got this 1/1. When you pay the cost of say Ruka, you can put a marker from beneath this. You may put a marker from beneath this to the waiting room instead of paying 1 stock. So it lets you pay for the cost with your marker.
Well, no. You only pay for one of it.
Yeah.
It's a pay 2, right?
Yeah, it is a pay
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, it pays 1
It's-
stock.
Yeah.
It is a frontal level assist, and when this is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your rag trait characters in your waiting room and put it face down beneath this as a marker.
Cool. It's like a level assist that like pays for itself. Down
But
the
not
line.
if you change.
Huh?
Only if you play this card with no abilities from hand, it makes it slightly less cringe. I
Yeah,
think
so you can
this,
hard play it when you hard play it from hand. It's great, but if you're playing
Wait.
something like Standby Pants,
this card
you can
is much
usually
funnier.
Standby
Change.
End is.
The Ruka has a changer into it, the one that heals on play.
Wait.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
This
This
is
is for the ability. It's paying for the combo. It's
it's for the
Yeah.
combo.
yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
For
the
the
auto.
say
For the auto. I see.
I was
got
like, what the
fucked.
fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so yeah, it's good then. So it makes it 1 stock. That's pretty sick. 1 stock restand.
That is pretty nice. In Ruka
Um,
Waifu, this card is not bad.
This card is much funnier if you look at it as just a 1/1 level assist that compresses 1 on play.
Hard stuff. Dude, it's like what's her name? The Nino from the
Yeah,
combo.
it is like the Nino.
It's exactly like Nino, dude.
Except instead of going to memory and being a like tangible asset that you could pull out later in the game, it just sits there.
Yeah.
Broken?
Well, honestly,
I mean, it's a lot less easier to miss. It's a lot harder to misplay when you're presented with less options.
Oh no, what is Ami charging me for? Those are always scary. I don't remember what I ordered. I must have been drunk. Oh, it's my Taiga wedding dress figure. Okay.
it must have been.
Okay.
But yeah, like I really like this.
Ruined
This is
the
a level
recording.
1, so like
Fine, just leave it
for
in.
standbying,
I'm not cutting
like
that
this is
out.
a good level 1 to standby if you're playing Standby Pants, which I could see
think-
being pretty solid.
That standby pants would rather stand by out the Sumi assist.
Yeah, every time.
Is that a level 1 or a level 2?
2-1.
The two,
Okay.
it's a global to Sumis. Or not
Okay,
a
but
global,
yeah, what
it's a
I'm saying
normal.
is that this is like this is a level 1 in your waiting room, so you can stand by it at level 0 if you trigger or whatever.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you would
but
always
what
want the
does a level
Sumi
6
one.
do at 0?
But you want the Sumi one because it gives 1,500 to Sumis in front regardless of level.
Yeah.
With your
It makes your
Sumis
2-1
that need
combo live a turn.
reversed. Yeah, this
Ah.
card is fine, but it's just for Ruka. Alright. Next. Me.
It's you.
Okay. On play, if you have 4 more other characters, you get to choose a character in your waiting room and put it in your stock so it plays for free. Like a 2/0. Pretty cool. And then you can pay 1, discard a climax card from your hand in waiting room to salvage a climax. It's the only climax swap in the set, by the way.
I think it's cool.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you
You play 8 choice if you're playing, or no, you play 8 pants if you're playing Ruka Waifu, so you're
Yeah,
always gonna have a climax in your
Yeah,
hand, so
climax
this
swap
just
is
fixes
good
it for
there.
you.
at least it's pseudo free,
Yeah.
which is good.
I think it's fine.
Yep.
it is a climax swap, and if it's the only one you've got, then maybe you
It's
play it if
free.
you need it.
Can't beat free.
It is free, but I think that a lot of the best climax swapping opportunities are when you're like trying to fix your level 1 combo.
For level 1, yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the utility of a level 0 one's always going to be better. But I mean, like if you're playing Ruka, you play it. Great pants, Paru said.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Paru, it's your card.
yo, this card gets 1500 power when you play it. And then when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have a climax, you can blind stock one.
Wow.
Maybe
Correct.
this like kills something sometimes at 1. Swings at 45.
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
You slam your pants. You're playing 8 pants. You always have a
Yeah,
This
climax.
card would be so much better if it was just a level 1.
It's fine.
Yeah.
In italics. Fine.
It's,
Guess later in the game, if you can like snipe a weak lane with it, like on your
sure.
level 1 turn, that could be
Yeah,
interesting.
but like I wouldn't want to like devote slots to a card that I have to like.
Yeah, I wouldn't put
Get
this in my
lucky.
deck.
Yeah. That's where I'm
I wouldn't
at.
put this in my deck with the expectation that I'll snipe weak lanes with it at some point.
This is like a sick draft card, like a cube card.
Oh, when are we drafting Weiss again, Carmen?
No, to do it, I need to finish the music cube.
This is a sick cube card.
No cube, just draft boxes like we did before.
Oh my god,
No,
it's
that
so
sounds
cancer.
terrible.
It's so
was.
cancerous.
It was really bad.
Oh, my table was great. I kept getting fed brainstorms. Easiest draft of my life. I remember sitting down against Andy, and I was like playing out my final turn, and Andy's like very obviously dead. He goes, "Dude, I'm just dead. Just attack 3 times." And I'm like, "Wait, I have to play my finisher because I had everything. Everybody just fed me." All right, next. Oh, it's the good
shit.
card. You get it,
got the good
Andy.
card.
Cool. We got the good card. Beginning of your opponent's climax step, you can put a rental girlfriend from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock. If you do, this card gets 2,000 power and the following ability. Beginning your opponent's attack step, you can move this to an empty front row slot that's opposite an opponent's character. So you accelerate, turn this into 4,500, and can run it in front of something.
Roundabout, yeah.
Yes. So the person who showed me this card, I wish I could claim this card as a card that I pioneered, but no, Kit brought this card to me from the Burn One. He was like, "Why aren't you guys?"
King?
Yeah, the Kit King. I was like,
Wow.
He was like, "Why aren't you guys playing this Ruka? This Ruka's super sick." So besides being just a 4/5 chaser that helps level you up, like even if you're unfortunately canceling at 0. Like, combined with your Ricky, you always go to level 1 when you want to. So it gets you to level 1 first to make sure that your Sumi can snipe a lane. It makes it so that you can mulligan your level 0 Sumi that has to be in your level at level 1. So you can dig harder for your climax and other
That's
pieces.
clever.
It has, like, this perfect synergy with the Sumi stuff that makes it your plussing 0 of choice every single time in that deck. The way that it lets you just be more aggressive on your mulligan when you have to assemble that card like very quickly in a specific way makes it the card that you play in that deck every single time as your field plus. The 4,500 level 0 chaser is a little bit unfortunate. I wish it was just like a third, like gained less power and got a level, so that your opponent couldn't side it. But even then, like it's the same. The way that I look at it is it's exactly the same as you taking the 2 if you do that, which is like, you know, a break even, but you're denying clean cuts at the same time. So it's still good.
Okay.
The big thing is the utility with the Sumi level 0. Is
Mhm.
I'm with Paru,
That's fair.
it's a B plus.
I can
the
get
Sumi
behind
deck.
that, yeah. Mhm.
Anything that makes your mulligan better when you have that kind of condition is a welcome addition.
If it kept power cross turn, I'd give it the A. I'd give it
Oh,
an
it'd be
8.5.
so fucking stupid if it was
And
just a
how-
45.
How many of this do you run though?
4.
4.
4?
Primary
It's your runner.
plussing 0.
Yeah.
Because 4 of this and 4 Sumi means you rarely ever whiff the Sumi. Like, at all. If you open it in Mulligan and you open this card, you get to throw it and dig for your climax. Additional copies if you cancel with Sumis, and you draw this on your second level 0 turn if you have one, means that you always get it, because it keys off before your opponent attacks. So even if you level yourself up with the effect, the Sumi goes to level. It's just too good.
I mean, I get it, but like, do you think you'd run the 4th copy of this over the first clean cut?
Yeah,
Yeah.
every single time.
It's more consistent.
Yeah,
I'd rather have that consistency over like the randomly like sacking into like.
also, like 4,500 chaser is like super fucking annoying. Your opponent like slams down like this 4K, and they go, "Oh, there's no way they can get over that," and then like you
Well,
run
you
this in front
don't
of
you
it.
don't necessarily get over it though. It's not like
No.
Goblin Slayer where it forces a front attack. They just side you, and then you're weak again on your turn.
Well, you're not that weak. You can usually win another lane. You're 2,500.
Well, I know, but like you're not swinging back over their 4K.
You're not.
No, but I mean this kills any utility zero. So it's not like it's dead weight after that turn.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
I think it'd be super nuts though if it like just sat at 4K until the end of your next turn.
Yeah. They haven't printed a card like this like ever again, I think. I think they're afraid. If they make it any better, it's probably too good.
Yeah.
Is this what like most people play in Rental Girlfriend?
I don't know if
You
most
guys
people
are
play
making
it.
it sound like this is like they're too afraid to print because it's not too much play.
I don't know if everybody is playing it. I'm saying they fucking should, because this is the card that took Sumi from really good when she hits and everything goes right for you for this happens every single fucking game and my opponent can't stop me. This was like the card that made the deck hyper consistent, like 0 into 1, which is where like, you got to get the most stuff together as quickly as possible. This card was like incredibly important for like radically improving the early game floor of the deck. And I think that if people aren't playing this in the Sumi deck, they are actually screwing up. I don't know if Japan adopted it because by the time people were refining the deck, everybody dropped it because it was flavor of the month and they moved on.
Yeah.
But I was still there. I was still playing it. I had nothing else to do. And this card slaps. Sumi deck.
All right, cool.
All right,
driving and hogging turn.
I've made my case. Vanilla Ruka, next card.
It's a vanilla
Ryan.
that combos with a 2/1.
All right, yeah, we've got this 2/1.
Wait, should we
wrong
talk about the
2/1.
next card that combos with the vanilla real quick?
No, we'll talk to it when we get to it. Why isn't it the next card? That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
At the beginning of your climax step, you may accelerate a Rent-A-Girlfriend character from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock. If you do, this card gains 1,000 power, and when the battle opponent of this card becomes reversed, search your deck for a Rent-A-Girlfriend character, show it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Also, when this card attacks, it gains X power. For the turn, X is equal to the number of your opponent's characters.
It's like a level 2 Ricky. You pay one and you clock one and you
Not a fan.
Don't like it.
No, it's kind of
like not the worst thing, but
you need
it's
to
like,
reverse too. Yeah, it's
at level 2. You don't want to be clocking yourself.
Nope.
You want to be
That's
healing.
You want to do the opposite of that. Okay, what does this card do? This card's sick.
2/1 for each of the other rag characters, gains 1k. And then when the battle opponent is reversed, you can discard that vanilla to burn one for your opponent.
Ooh.
Spicy.
So like that vanilla would be like taking your like plussing 0 slot, right? Would serve as kind of that purpose. But like, why would you ever play that over the runner?
It seems like it reads a lot better than it.
No, this is ass.
Yeah.
Do not like.
This card is a 2/1 10k.
F plus for the burn one.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it
give it a D minus.
The 0.5.
Yeah.
The 0.5 is in there every time, Paru. Every time.
Every time I'm in a video, something gets the 0.5. All right, next card.
That's not shitty enough that I wouldn't play it. Like that's...
Oh my god! Okay, this card is shitty enough that you wouldn't play it. I promise.
Okay.
When your other trait character attacks, this card gets plus 2,000 power for the turn, and then it has Encore. Discard a character.
Wow, it's the worst standby target ever.
Yeah, this card's fucking terrible.
Broken.
Hate it.
And best case scenario, it's only like 1,000 power bigger than like the average standby target.
Oh, it's just Gibril from No Game No Life. The greatest standby.
No, at least Gibril sits at like 9.5.
Whatever.
Like cards like this are like the neural.
Oh, I guess this swings for like 11k. It still sucks.
Like,
yeah.
There's no flavor to this card. It's
No.
just like, yeah, we need a 2/2 that sucks. Can someone come up with
Can someone come up with one last card, please? All right, next. Back to Andy.
All right, we got the event card that goes with the foot combo. Yeah, you need a Ruka to play it. Wait, you have to clock yourself too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Ricky.
Oh, why didn't it deal 69 damage? That would have been so much better.
Because it's her
It's like
heart
close
Missed
rate.
opportunity.
It's her heart rate.
Whatever. Top card of your library.
Yeah, whatever.
What the fuck? That's important
You need a
flavor.
Ruka, pay 1.
He has a
Block
slow heart.
yourself, deal 79 damage. Get 2 of these Rukas. Put them on separate slots of your field. They get 1,000 power in it. Oh, and a soul.
So this is why it burns 79. Okay? This is why it burns 79. It burns 79 because Ruka has like a slow heart rate. And no joke, this is a true thing that happens in the story. She loves Kazuya because Kazuya makes her heart rate go up. So like she was literally tricked by like a physical reaction into liking this guy.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
Okay, this is fucking like incel garbage anime, by the way. Fuck this garbage.
Oh,
dude.
I heard that. Wait, Jason was saying this is really good. I thought like Jason and Carmen were saying
It's pretty okay. Right? I've seen so much worse than Carnal Girlfriend.
Yeah, well, let me be angry for a second.
It has cute characters.
Yeah, this character's really cute. I like her.
I like that
like
they made the whole like hold the fuck up, I'm the fuck up, please hold me meme into a card.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Anyways, this card's cool.
It gives the things that it summons an extra soul, which is
Yes,
cool.
whatever.
You probably play like 2 copies of this as like functional extra copies of your
This
little
card
one.
is like made to serve as your Ricky for when you're playing Ruka Waifu, because you're not gonna play the mommy Ricky in that deck.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have a hard time sleeping.
Man,
this
feel
over,
really
like,
bad if you
Ricky.
like clocked the last or the second last copy of your level 1 combo with this.
Yeah, then
Like,
you'd be
this card
like,
itself
oh, I
should just
clocked
go to
myself and paid 1 for nothing.
Just don't be
You
bad.
also, you need 2 in your deck. Like, what if they're in your waiting room, or you already have 2 in hand, or like?
Well, then-
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Just be lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really don't like that, Carmen. I don't like it as a
What do
a
you like,
2-up
Andy?
or anything.
I do not
Not
like
this
green
card.
eggs
He likes
and
the
ham.
2-1 that
Like-
burns.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Honestly, no, this is
Look.
probably still better than the 2-1, but
It's a clock. You pay 1, clock yourself, and you plus 1, and your
Yeah.
cards get power, and you burn your
Oh, the
opponent for
next card's
79. All right, yeah, that was it. Brian, get the
All right,
last Ruka card. Or
2-1
no,
event. Choose a climax in your opponent's waiting room. Return all other cards from your opponent's waiting room other than the card chosen to their deck. Your opponent shuffles their deck, choose one of your characters, and that character gains 2k power for the turn. 2-1 Fumio event.
that gives power also. Hooray!
This
Ruka-
card
With Ruka
slaps.
strangling a guy.
This card does slap.
This card slaps. Fitting it into any deck is really fucking hard because we already said it's really hard to fit the money counter, and now you're gonna fit an even harder color to fit into the other decks. But like the card as it stands is good.
Yeah,
I
if you're in
can't say
blue for
it's
some
really
reason,
good.
this card's
You
sick,
play
yeah.
it. You play the card. It's 1 cost Fumio. Gives power.
Oh, I'm
Another
playing this
16th
card.
card.
I'm playing the blue top end. I'm playing this card.
Yeah, I mean, card's
So-
really fucking good. It makes your restander slap. Like,
Yeah.
even harder. Yeah. And your restander's already cheap, and this card is cheap. Cheap. We have cheap prices.
Cheap.
Oh my god, dude.
It's
are you doing
$3.99 for
Is that a room
$4. No, it's a
cheap.
no, it's a Tim and Eric reference. This is a Tim and Eric reference channel.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not up to date on my Tim and Eric.
What
I
the
appreciate
fuck?
the room
It's been
reference.
years.
though. The room is
Did
a
we run
banger.
through the box toppers too for blue?
Yeah, we're gonna run through the
Are they
box.
even worth it?
Lightning round. In
Lightning
fact,
round.
these don't even have real translations, so you get my ultra scuff translations instead.
Nice.
Okay, this one's
Fair.
on attack surveil top, and then it's
Carmen,
got
What is surveil? I
it
don't
is
know
a
that
it is a pay 1 ditch 1 drop search.
Carmen, what is surveil?
It's a
that is not
2K
like
drop
word
search.
term.
Okay, but this card is like actually fine. It is
No,
a
this
Yeah,
card's
it's-
playable. Yeah.
yeah, this is a totally playable drop search.
Isn't this card literally like played in Goblin Slayer?
Yes.
Yeah, card's good.
Well, this one's better than that one because it's surveil. The other one's scry.
Well, this one's no. The drop searcher in
Neither of those words mean
Goblin Slayer's on play. This is on attack.
what? Oh yeah,
Oh,
this is on
attack.
Drop search. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Slightly
B
worse.
minus.
Yeah, it's still good. It's still
Okay.
fine. You can still play it.
Next, Sumi.
Plays out
If
your climax.
it's in the front row, it gives 1500 global. Then on attack, you can pay 1. If you do, it gives 1000 power and on reverse top deck.
It's a decent
fine.
standby target, I guess.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yep. This is a
Yeah,
card that
it's
I thought I
nice.
would play, and then I was like, nope, I'm playing the
Wait,
ICTO
this
instead.
this is a decent standby target. Why? What do you play over this instead?
Sumi Icy Tail, the Owl Icy Tail.
Okay.
You don't have the slots, and like your Sumis are already 11/5s on their own.
Yeah, you're right.
1-0 Chizuru. On give 1,000 power somewhere when your character reverses a character, rolling power. And then act, you can ditch climax, rest 2 characters, and search your deck for a character with change.
I guess it gets your finisher changer, but yeah, not.
The 1,000
it's just a
rolling
D.
power is not too bad.
I
Nope.
like rolling.
Yeah, the rolling power is not a too bad
It's not
effect on
worth
its
it.
own. And then ditch a climax.
I think you're limited though in
Whenever.
like your choice of characters you can grab with this.
It's just your Chizuru finisher.
Yeah.
Or the
Or-
Ruka.
or
and
the
you can
Ruka.
grab the other half of your change finisher, or maybe
Yeah, but if
one
you're
of
playing
those-
Ruka, you're playing the blue back row.
Yeah.
Or one of those really bad level 1s that changes back and forth.
That's true. It does add all those really bad cards as well.
Oh.
Alright. Ruka, 5 global 5, and then when you accelerate, give a character 500, reveal top. If that character is level 0 or lower, it goes to stock.
It's the no game, no life effect.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh, the
fine if you're
42
playing
zeros
Accelerate. If you want to play
The
Ruka
42
Accelerate,
zeros.
you probably pick up a copy of this or two.
Probably, yeah, it's fine, I guess.
Okay, and now we have 2 tournament PRs that will probably never come to English. We got this 2-1, gives 1,500 for each of your background characters, 500 times your other characters when you act. And it's got
Wow,
everybody
amazing.
in pajamas.
I do like jammies. You know what? It gets a D+ for the art.
This card
Doesn't
did see play actually as like a
Yeah.
one-of in a couple of Japanese lists that I saw, just because you don't have like a fallback. It's like a fallback plan when your Sumi
Does this
stuff
have
is
Sumi in
gone.
name?
Does.
Does, yeah, it has all of them.
Okay. I'll give it a
Yeah.
D++.
That was why, because it got power from the Sumi assist as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's reasonably big. Okay.
1-0 Ruka, top 2 rearrange, and your other character attack gets 1,500. This card's shit.
Oh, yeah,
Gross.
don't like it. D for do not like.
Alright, so that's Rental Girlfriend. Alright, Paru, since you've been here the whole time in every color, what do you think about this set?
I think this set is ass.
Oh no.
Okay, well, it's not. Okay, hang on, wait a minute. I don't think this is like bad. Like, if you play this deck, you can win games, but like, it's looking at it, there's like a set that's coming out in English soon. It's such a weird choice.
It is an
it's like-
overlord. It's an overlord. Like,
It's really
yeah.
under the power level of like the more recent sets that came out.
Just because
And
it's
especially
popular,
when-
I think.
Yeah, I mean, there is a second season coming. It seems semi-likely that there will be a second set for this, maybe.
I'm sure people will play this and have.
It
fun
really
with it.
needs it, so...
The Sumi stuff's
Yeah.
legitimately strong. If you win games with this set, I think it's off the back of your one stock 13k healers a lot of the time. And like you start steamrolling at 1 with like the big board, and you go from there. But outside of that, I don't think there's much going on here. I think it's all Sumi all the time.
I'm hoping that there's a lot of simps out there who buy a bunch of cases for this to max it. That way I can pick up
Oh, there will be.
single the deck out for cheap.
I mean, probably like other English sets, the base rarity cards will be dirt, and the foils will be reasonably expensive due to the fact that the characters seem to be.
The set has
semi-pretty
SSPs.
popular.
Yeah, SSPs. Yeah, this.
Cheeser SSP is going to be $1 billion in English.
Yeah, isn't this set also stacked for VAs as well? I think.
Is it?
Is
It
it?
might
I'm not
be.
sure.
I remember a lot of these cards being like disgustingly expensive, like the foils. So, but yeah, Sumi deck pretty good. Everything else kind of mid, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. The deck is fine. If you're someone who plays primarily at locals, you aren't worried about like regionals or stuff like that, like just yet, or even then, I think you could do totally fine with like standby choice or standby door at a regional with the Sumi
Yeah,
stuff.
with this, I think so.
I don't think it's too far under the line. It's just under the line compared to other recent releases in English like Kaguya and stuff like that. It's a hybrid standby deck. Yet another hybrid standby deck, which you already know if you like to play those. I personally find hybrid standby decks to be absolutely infuriating. I wanna play. Usually, always want to play 8 standby or 8 global soul.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean 4 standby being hybrid?
Yeah,
Four standby being hybrid, yeah.
Yeah, the only hybrid standby deck that I legitimately love is Kaguya, and that's because Kaguya is like disgusting, and has the tools that 8 standby decks have, while also being a hybrid standby deck. They have the filter engine, but whatever.
This is the set for me, man. I love hybrid standby. That's my favorite.
Go ahead. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be pretty dirt.
It's gonna be cheap. It's cheap in JP. It's gonna be even more so in English, probably.
Yeah, I could totally see myself like single something out with this. Looks fun.
Yeah, the deck is enjoyable when you aren't like triggering a bazillion climax every turn. You have to play free fresh a bazillion times a game. I think I was playing one game with Patrick from Strictly Broken Online, and between the two of us, he was playing Dal and I was playing this, and between the two of us, we free fresh 7 to 8 times between the two of us because we both kept triggering and then canceling after we free fresh, which was pretty funny. That's pretty normal for Rental Girlfriend. You really bank on your free fresh to yeet you out of the bad deck states when things go bad because you don't have deck fixing tools. Which I don't know. Maybe if you're like learning the game and you're like someone who plays primarily English and you're still learning and you're trying to get more competitive, this deck might be a really good teaching tool that you could pick up for cheap to like teach you how to play with a deck that doesn't have as many like on-demand mill tools. Because I know we talk a lot about how like Magro teaches you about like deck manipulation, and it's like a really good teaching tool in a trial deck. Because it teaches you like when to beat on your deck, when it's destroyed deck December, and when it's not. This is kind of like the opposite of that. It has like reasonable deck manipulation tools, but like it plays a little bit more like older sets a little bit. The power line is higher than older sets, but like the play style is what I'm getting at. It teaches you how to like deal with having like not a lot of on-demand mill tools that these modern sets have that like get you out of bad situations. You have to be a little craftier and be a little bit more forward thinking. So maybe that is a good thing to pick up.
Or maybe you just like the pretty girls.
The cute
gross.
girls.
The way you're saying that is
the
creeping me out.
the demo reference. God rest his soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's back, isn't he? I thought he was making content again.
No.
For a little while at least.
He made one video and then he was like, "Don't expect this and never doing this again." And I was like, "Oh, my soul yearns." I go back. Sometimes I get really drunk and go back and watch old demo videos and just sit alone in my room.
Let's get Demolition D on a set review. Let's do it.
I don't think we'd be able to post that on modern YouTube, but it would be sick. All right, I think that's it.
Some celebrity guests for the show.
Celebrity guests?
Like what?
Aren't you a celebrity?
Like Chris Pratt, Mario.
Oh my
Chris
god,
Mario.
Wow,
Mario Brothers.
we're really dating Jack Black as Bowser. What is it? Fucking Luigi. Fucking
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
This is the best timeline.
Luigi.
Wait, imagine that movie gets a Weiss set. We get Charlie Day SP.
Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it can't be.
It's not gonna happen.
English original.
Get on the custom sets now,
my
guys.
god.
All right. Does anyone have any relevant thoughts before we wrap up here?
I think we're done. Yeah.
Okay, so upcoming content. Are we finally caught up with English releases as of this? We have data bullet because Brandon keeps dodging us. He's always in, and by dodging us, I mean he's in hot dog hell all the time. And he is way too busy. We did the Bang Dreams. Ruby, we don't have any cards for. So we have Data Bullet as one that we can reasonably get started on.
TDs.
And
Hololive. Hololive TDs. which we will have our local Tanner on for Ultra Hololive Simp. He bought a bunch of the TDs in JP and then bought them again in English and then bought a bunch of English cases. So he's got the lore and he's been playing a lot. Should be fun.
Mhm.
There's also Tokyo Avengers eventually.
That's a ways away.
That's a ways away. And then there will be Ruby, which we got Andy, Lawrence, Lawrence Spice
That's
Master
going to be good.
extraordinaire.
It's going to be the English exclusive that finally gets there.
We can hope. We can only hope.
Acting like Mob doesn't get there.
Mob's sick.
Mob is sick.
Wait,
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm at the point of tiredness where I'm like just delirious. Forget me, please.
Wow, Paru, while you're delirious, do you have anything you'd like to add before we get out of here?
No. Just like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell.
Oh, Weiss Fight. If you want to try Rental Girlfriend, you can check it out on Weiss Fight.
And I think that Weiss Fight is staying up now.
Yes, it is. Yes, there is a Patreon.
Nice.
I implore you all
donate to that.
implore
Dude
you
does a
all
lot
to
of
sign
work.
up.
Show me appreciation.
The dev is really responsive and passionate about keeping the project going. I know a lot of people still use TTS for some ungodly reason. Please use Weiss Fight instead. It runs in your browser. It doesn't eat up all of your fucking computer's resources to do it. I know Andy starts up TTS and his computer explodes. And he has a MacBook. It's not even like a bad computer. It's just TTS fucking blows.
Yeah, it's a metal computer. It gets very hot.
So yeah, please check out Weiss Fight. Support it if you can. It's a really good project, and you can try Rental Girlfriend today, and it has English translations.
Wow.
So you don't even have to worry about not having to know your effects or anything. Just
You can't play Pokemon Master Trainer on Weiss Fight though.
No, you can't. You can only play Pokemon Master Trainer on TTS
At 2 a.m.
I do not know why you'd ever want to play that game. We played it in TTS once, and I prefaced the entire situation with, like, this is the worst game on Earth. And everybody's like, yeah, sure, let's play. Because I remember Drew was about to win, and then I dice time machine him, and the game went for 2 more hours.
I'm pretty sure I rage quit at that point. I think I just laughed.
Don't play Pokemon Master Trainer. And with that, we're signing off. We'll see you guys in the next one.